Nikon is here.
Let's talk about it. And chat, we put this in the poll. What features are most exciting about the Z6? And it looks like right now that internal 6K at 60 frames per second is the most exciting thing for you. But Justin, is the Z6 Mark III a powerhouse of a camera? What are your thoughts about it?
All right, man, I'm just gonna be honest and say I gotta give my opinion with a little bit of context, right? We gotta talk just briefly. I'll try to sum it up because you know I get long-winded. But I started with the Nikon D3200 long time ago, right? Nikon, they definitely fell off the map in terms of video content creators, running gun filmmakers. Like, they didn't cater to that market. They were more focused on, you know, photography, and they've been dominating, right? A lot of sports photography, all shot on Nikon. They've been crushing it. When I got hands on the Z8, I immediately was like, wait a minute, like this, they nailed it. They nailed it. Now, the only issue with the Z8 is that they didn't have the clout yet. They didn't have, you know, that's an expensive camera, almost $4,000. You got to go into a new mount system. Like, that's a big investment for somebody to go, oh, Nikon? Like, they're still kind of on the fence. Dude, they dropped the Z6iii, the camera, the specs on paper. I'm literally, I haven't had the camera in my hands, so I'm judging it based off my experience with the Z8. And if they just took a piece of what the Z8 offered and put it into a smaller camera, obviously a little bit lower resolution, they're already knocking it out the park. But the price, I don't think people really understand what all you're getting for the price. Now, I was a big Blackmagic guy, and I loved it because you could get all this. Blackmagic gives you all the tech, and they don't try to hit you over the head. Like, they could easily charge, you know, double, maybe triple for a Pocket 6K Pro, right? But
Yeah.
a Pocket 6K full frame could easily be 2 times, 3 times the price. But they give you all this tech, all this available, you know, power underneath that camera for a very affordable price, which doesn't make it cheap. It just makes it affordable. And the Z6iii is literally Nikon's way of saying, listen, all right, put some respect on my name. for real, man. Like, they brought you a camera. Like, the Ks mean everything to me because our reality TV style, I really want a camera that's more than 4K. Even more than that, I've always tried to find the solution that could eventually get me to retire my Pocket 6Ks because I'm tired of showing up and having to throw V-mounts and D-tap cables and monitor. It's just like all these extra components. Not that it's a big deal, it's just time consuming. I'm trying to show up. I want to be running gun. I want to be quick and efficient. The Z6iii literally gives me all these benefits, 6K raw internal recording.
Yeah.
Bro, like, it's so much to love about it. And I feel like the people who are going to say, oh, it's a Nikon, haven't had the opportunity to use one of their newer cameras for video. Because that by itself, you'll be just like me. You'll be on the fence. And then, like, I told Nikon, like, look, I'm all in. I'm ready. Like, this, take my money.
You know, it's so crazy. You brought up so many good points. One of the crazy things is I think I can say this, I'm not 100% sure, but y'all, if y'all are excited about the Nikon Z6 at all, there's a good chance that you saw that Brandon's video production company shot a commercial for the Z6 Mark III. Nikon reached out. Hope I'm not breaking any NDA things, but anyway,
we hear
so
now.
I got a chance to, yeah, seriously, it's out now, so it's good. But I got a chance to shoot the Z6, not from a video standpoint. Travis was shooting on the video side of things, but I got a chance to do the photography capabilities from it. So I'm just going to kind of share a little bit of my unique perspective on the Z6. It is an insane camera for its price point. Like, we were just talking about last week about the GH7 and how all the stuff that it packed into that camera for, I think, $2,300. And literally for $2,500, the crazy thing about the Z6 is you don't have to deal, no hate. You don't have to deal with the micro four thirds sensor. You can have a full frame sensor and get almost everything that the GH7 is offering. And so for me, the Z6, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But from a photo, it took beautiful photos. If you saw any of the photos on that Nikon, not all of Nikon stuff, but with Brandon stuff, That was me. That was me. But yeah, I loved the camera, the ergonomics, the feel, the photos, the autofocus. It was incredible.
That's honestly a great point too, is that so when I got the Nikon, even my Panasonic, right? I've been shooting on manual focus for so long that any camera that's out right now has amazing autofocus to me. So I was just like, blown away when I got my S5 II. And then I was like, that was the only camera in my kit right now that I could compare autofocus to, especially like the tracking features and stuff like that. And again, I'm speaking from the Z8. So in my head, I'm assuming, and on paper and what I've been seeing like the other reviewers, talk about, is that it looks like they took everything that was good about the Z8, they pulled a few things out, and then they put it into the Z6iii. But they didn't cut corners. Like they didn't go, oh, you can get 6K, but we're going to cap it at 30 frames a second, or
Yeah.
you can get 6K, but we're not going to give you internal RAW. Like they gave you everything and put it into the small camera, but the autofocus, and again, I'm used to shooting with my Reds, my Blackmagic manual, but the autofocus, the eye tracking, the way that it can, you can turn away and look back and it's like still locked in. I think that's what is going to win a lot of, and I'm just going to say it because it is what it is. But anybody that shoots Sony, that's all they care about. Is it great autofocus? Yes, it is going to win. I'm willing to put my Z8, and when I get my hands on a Z6iii, I'm willing to put it up against the, whatever Sony camera has out at the time, because they release every week. Like, but
Yeah.
whatever they got out, I'm willing to put that Z8, Z6 up against it because autofocus is amazing. But my favorite thing about using the Nikons right now in today's cameras is the actual color science. It's so natural. It's just like, to me, I feel like a lot of my cameras in the past needed a lot of manipulation to get it up to
Mm.
speed with my other cameras, my A cam and my B cam. And the Nikon straight out of camera with just a conversion LUT in DaVinci is
Hmm.
beautiful. Like it's not over sharp. It's very, like, the saturation is very neutral. I don't know if I'm using the right words, but you kind of get what I mean.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't look digital. It doesn't look like they're trying to really enhance greens, or they're trying to like make your blues super punchy and vibrant. Like everything just looks natural. And then you have the raw and the 12-bit raw to go in and push that even further if you choose to.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been really enjoying all the different footage that's been coming out from the Z6 over the past week. I know Danny Gavertz put out a short film
Oh,
of a skateboarder, and the colors looked incredible. Like, and part of that is the grade, but the awesome part about that is that it shoots in RAW, and so
yep.
really you can do with the colors whatever you want to. And so like that part is like, I feel like, I know I keep coming back to the price, but for that price point, I just don't know very many other cameras that are offering all of that stuff for 25.
I agree. And I think what we're seeing now is we're actually seeing products made for us. Like a lot of brands, like for example, I'm only picking on Sony just because they drop every camera every other week. But like I feel like before there was a time where like companies would just do things that they would go backwards, right? Like they would, like for example, when the R5 dropped, and it's like, oh, we know that it's gonna overheat in 8K if you shoot in 8K, and it's like, well, why even give it that capability if you know it's gonna be a limitation? And Blackmagic started, every time they drop a camera, they're trying to give you everything that they have in tech at that time in that camera body without going, oh, we're going to charge more. We're going to fluff the price just because it does this or it does that. And now we're
Yeah.
starting to see that kind of trickle down, like with Panasonic and the G8,
Yeah.
whatever the new one is, and it offering different things, right? Like the RA log and stuff like that. So we're starting to see the advantages for us as creators with these products. They're not just pumping stuff and being like, oh, this is just a firmware upgrade, but we're going to call it a whole new camera and make you go spend another 2,500 for it.
I'll say this. Brandon has so many thoughts on this camera, and he's actually going to be sharing them next week when he gets back because he's shot with it. One thing that we have to say, is we shot on a pre-production model. So I don't even know, man. Has it been like 2 months? Has it been longer than 2 months now? So I know that I'm personally excited when the actual production models ship, I want to get my hands on that camera again. I know for me, like I'm looking at several different camera purchases in the next couple of months. And so the Z6 is definitely in mind, especially for the one that I was able to shoot with. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they improve upon. But from what we see in the reviews, you know, things look good.
But I'm just envisioning that it's going to have similar results as the Z8, especially with Nikon's effort in kind of winning over this market. I don't think that they're going to go produce a camera and then it's like it falls off in so many important categories. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's dope. I feel like what Nikon has done is they came out with the Z9, and for whatever reason, probably the price, like it had stupid features, like stuff that like nobody else had. And then like the tough part is because they weren't really doing anything in video before that, or like in the way that like filmmakers were like adopting to. Then they dropped the C8, and I feel like the Z8 is like I saw some reviews on the Z8 come up in my feed. I think I said this in a stream or two ago. And I was just kind of like, what in the world? Like the things that I'm hoping for that's in a Canon, or the things that I'm hoping for that's in a Sony, like the Z8's already doing and killing. And so I expect the Z6 to be crazy. Like at its price point, for them to even kind of have similar features to the Z8 and Z9, especially with that partially stacked sensor for the fast readout. It's crazy. Like I just feel like they're putting everything that they can into this camera, and who knows if they're even making any money off of it. But I do think it's going to be like a really dope camera. I'm excited for the dynamic range. Like I'm excited for all that they're doing in it.
Yeah, and I think like you just said, you don't know if they're making money off of it, or maybe they are. I feel like a lot of brands limit their cameras, and this makes sense as a business. Like, why would I give you everything when I know it's capable of doing this, but I know that you'll also buy the next model if I put that little feature in the next version, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like, again, going back to Blackmagic paving the way, they never did that. You know what I mean? Like if it was capable of doing it, they put it in the camera. And what's even better about Blackmagic is that they go backwards. So like when they upgraded and they came out with Gen 5 color science, your Gen 4 cameras were able to achieve Gen 5 in post through DaVinci Resolve. So they didn't just limit you and go, oh, well, your camera can't get S Cinetone because you got an A7 III. You know what I mean? It's like, isn't this just a log curve? Shouldn't we be
Sony.
able to?
Sony hate.
I know, right? I'm hating on Sony because, you know, they did it to themselves.